The whole reason I started this YouTube channel was to help people, right? I'm in a very unique situation in that being 25 years old as a guy, I've suffered for over 10 years with chronic pain. And throughout my journey, throughout this suffering, I had nobody who could ever understand what I was truly going through, what my body had to deal with, what my mind had to deal with. And so I wanted to document my journey as I overcome chronic pain and truly battle the demons that I face and that other people who suffer face as well. Now, I'm a big believer in that you shouldn't get advice from people who haven't been through the same things, and you won't get any value from people who haven't been through the same things, right? So this idea, the difference between sympathy and empathy is huge when it comes to problem solving, is because everybody can be sympathetic, right? You can always feel sorry for people. You can always, I want to say understand, but not truly understand, right? You have a surface level of understanding of what people are going through. But true empathy cannot come from not experiencing the same thing, right? And so when I was looking for help, when I was searching for someone, one person who could give me some sort of confident answer to the questions that I had, because I had thousands and thousands of questions about my existence, about my pain, about why I was experiencing the things I did. And it just made me feel so alone, lost on the journey. And yes, there's plenty of kind people who are willing to offer advice, willing to offer solutions or answers. But it's not what you need to hear. It's not what is actually going to help you. It's not what you need. Nobody. I could find not one single person in my situation who had suffered for this long at this age. And so I had no one to turn to. I had to look internally. And this was a very rough journey to accept that the issues that I had were all my doing. And listening to these doctors and experts and people just writing what they'd been told or reading straight out of a textbook of the condition I had, the only thing it did was just made it worse. Because they couldn't understand the true pain that I had. And they're just telling me that I've just got to deal with it and I've just got to be on medication for the rest of my life. And it just sent me even further and further down into this experience of pain that I had. No matter what you're doing in life, if you want advice on anything, you need to source the advice from people who have experienced it. And so this is why I made the channel. Because I can truly be empathetic to people who suffer with chronic pain. I'm not just reading it out of a book. I'm not just searching up your condition and telling you what Google says, what medication you need to take, or all this bullshit stuff. Because it's so much deeper than just, oh, just have medication, oh, just change your diet. You need to truly understand the reason as to why you're in the position you are. And yes, there's some exemptions, right, which come down to genetics or not truly understanding your body or injury or that sort of thing, right? But the harsh truth is, I got into the situation I was in because of my choices. And there's about 99% chance that you have got in the position you're in because of your choices. And nobody could tell me this. Nobody could be straight up. Nobody ever goes for the root cause, the root problem. And it's your mindset. It's all it comes down to. On this journey, I want to help as many people as I can. Not just to overcome chronic pain, but to understand themselves, understand the situation they're in. because I never had anyone who could understand what I was in. It's been a very lonely and rough journey to this point that I'm in right now. And so I don't want anyone else to experience that. Once you've suffered for a year, it's tough. You start to mold your life into this version of you, because within that year you would have spoke to a lot of doctors trying to get help, searching up on forums, reading all the literature, but none of it helps, because the truth is these people they've studied it, right? They've studied these things, sure, but they've never experienced it. And this is where empathy comes into play. If I was to have someone who would experience pain for so long just to sit me down and be like, look, it's tough, I know it is tough, but you just need to accept, spend some time, look in the mirror, shut your eyes, turn the lights off, and just think, talk to yourself, and realize the situation you're in and the root cause of it all. You know, the person who helped me the most was a chiropractor. I went there to get some adjustments because there was a deal on, and he ended up doing absolutely no adjustments, no chiropractic work for me. We did energy healing. And it was pretty emotional, to be honest. He gave me some homework, some stuff to do at home, some shadow work, some affirmations, some strength through speech. And that is what turned the page. Made me take a step back and realize that someone who has actually gone through this pain has made it out. And they understand the root causes of problems. And just speaking to that person who was empathetic changed my entire life. It truly did. You know, I spoke with so many specialists, so many physios, doctors, medics, surgeons, so many people. And not one person tried to get deep with me. They just, oh, my knees are hurting. Okay, let's do some stretches for your knees. Let's do some crab walks. Let's try this medication. Let's try that medication. These are all surface level solutions to a deep rooted internal problem. And when this one person was empathetic with me and realized the pain I was going through, they could see it in me, they could feel it in me, I just opened like a book. And it was emotional. It was hard. It wasn't easy. It was not easy. But now I've overcome my chronic pain. I'm a much better person, and I feel right inside my body. I used to wake up and it was not the life to live. I would hate and resent my life and everything in the world because all I knew was pain. And when I was able to, yes, maybe still be in pain because it's not instant, right? But appreciate everything that was going on and see the beauty and see the positive in things, that's when everything changed. So if you have a problem, any problem, source answers from someone who's experienced it. I found that waiting, just wait, right? If you keep going to the doctors and speak to different doctors and they're telling you the same stuff, you know, I wouldn't even be able to finish my sentence and they would just instantly be starting to write medication for me. They don't listen. Whereas someone who has been through these problems, they will listen. They want to help you because they truly understand what it is that you're going through. So any problem, find someone who's been through it, and you've been through it, so you'll be able to tell if that person has been through it or not. And that is your person. That is your answer right there. Listen to what they have to say. It's not going to be easy. And you might end up hating yourself for a little bit because you realize that everything is your fault. It is what it is. You know, it sounds a bit harsh to say it. It's the truth I had to come to. I had to accept it. And I no longer suffer. Empathy is the true helper. That is the mentor you need in your life to overcome any problem that you have. And with chronic pain, do not listen to doctors.